Hello there, welcome to Holy Moonlight Crusaders. I'm J. Dylan Proctor, the Nazarene Preacher Man, and we are playing Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, which is part of the Bloodborne universe. Well, I don't know if I'd say universe, because this clearly takes place in Japan, but it kind of alleges to be part of the Soulsborne. I think I said Bloodborne, but the Soulsborne, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Demon Souls, all of that. Tyler, well, let me go ahead, and who else is in the chat with me?
Can anybody hear me?
Oh, yes.
I can hear you. We can hear you.
It's like it cut all the volume got cut out.
Really? Well, y'all go ahead and introduce yourselves. Maybe. Can you hear us?
Dylan's cutting out pretty bad.
I'm cutting
Eric,
out pretty.
Can you hear me?
I can hear everybody.
We need Tyler to introduce himself.
Dark Souls Derek.
Dark Souls Derek, formerly known as Derek Superleg.
All right. I think I'm on here. Y'all can hear me now?
Yes. Well, that's Tradesman Tyler, who has yet
me.
to introduce himself. I'll let him introduce himself though.
It is me, the tradesman.
Tyler,
Tyler.
just yes. Could you go ahead and tell us how similar do you think this is to Dark Souls now that you've played it for a little while?
So here's what I think happened. I think Activision approached From Software and said, hey, we want a Souls game.
Yeah.
And I think Souls signed over some not Souls. I think From Software signed over some intellectual property as far as like some of the controls and the action. But I'm gonna say that Activision made this game because this seems to play a whole lot more like an Activision game.
Yeah. So would you say this is part of the Dark Souls series or no? Or is it
Maybe
a
a parallel universe?
Is it like a
Bloodborne is closer to Dark Souls than this.
Is this like a loose spin-off?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, you've got question choices.
Yes. Sorry, I guess I should let this play through. I'm sitting there fast forwarding through it. Anyway.
This.
Yep, so I got a new arm.
You got a new
I don't know how
arm.
to use it. Got a
Did
new
you get an arm
Let's see
chopped
what-
off?
Arm was chopped clean off.
Ooh, it's a very fashionable thing in games nowadays.
Yes. Yes. It's also a very Star Wars kind of thing. Somebody always gets an arm chopped off.
Yeah, you know, in Resident Evil 7, chops arm clean off.
Here is your bonfire.
Fascinating. You know, we've been talking a lot about art lately. I just got done. I went over to another church and did a discussion with them online. And, you know, so many times in our world we have conceded our artistic institutions to people who hate true beauty. They hate truth. They're degenerate reprobates who hate all that is noble and honorable. But video games, by and large, have been a little bit of a holdout. I mean, I know there was the whole Gamergate thing, but they've been, in order to make a game good, it has to be good art. Tyler, could you share with me some of your thoughts on the art in this game so far? Just the aesthetic of it and the general atmosphere it creates?
I can try to put some of that into words. Hang on, let me get up this wall. There we go. It's the general atmosphere of it.
Yeah, what sort of atmosphere, what vibe do you get from this?
Well, it doesn't seem very dark so far. I'm not sure. Like, you know, Dark Souls seems really grim. So far, this doesn't seem very grim.
Yeah.
Yeah, though, you know what this really does remind me a lot of is Tomb Raider from Gamergate.
Yeah, that era of... It does look a lot like the
This is, yeah. That's exactly what this is. Let's try to jump. Oh, got it!
Would you say it? Now, how do you do that? Do you lock onto it like you do in Dark Souls?
No, actually, I just jumped and hit a button.
Have you played any of the Spider-Man games on PlayStation?
No. So here is your bonfire.
Sculptor's Idol found.
Oh, we can travel now. We got fast travel. That's nice. Yeah, so this is just a reskinned Tomb Raider with Dark Souls qualities.
Doing a lot of carpool. How fast do you move through the world in this? Because in Dark Souls, you know, you kind of have to
move really
appreciate.
fast down that hole.
Yeah. Well, aside from falling, you know, in Dark Souls, you're made to appreciate basically every square inch of territory. Are you made to appreciate all the geography in this like you are in Dark Souls?
Yeah, I think you can. I don't know how to pick this up.
In like something like Uncharted, even the new Tomb Raider, you really didn't spend enough time in each area to appreciate it. In Dark Souls,
I think you can, but I feel like this is moving too fast. This is definitely an Activision game.
Yeah. But so you would have to make the choice to appreciate it rather than the game forcing you to. Like we spent a month in the Undead Burg the first time I played Dark Souls.
I think they're trying to force you to stay.
Yeah. I don't know what just happened. Did you like double die?
I guess Double Dog died.
Oh, well, that's the whole
I am
like
Dookie
mechanic of
Dillon.
this, isn't it? Like the whole shadows die twice. You can do the whole double death.
Oh, I guess so, maybe. Yeah. Experience toward the next skill point and currents and
Interesting.
okay, so you kind of get like the souls counter. Yeah, I think my I think I'm kind of dead on with my
Your Tomb Raider reference?
yes.
Well, I'm not disagreeing with you, but I kind of hope you're wrong because I hope this is more memorable than that.
I don't think it's gonna be.
I hope that it has more meanings and aspirations than that.
Whoa! I have no idea how I just got up here.
Yeah, that always makes you feel a little frustrated in a game. Like, even if you... It is frustrating when you can't overcome a challenge, but when you overcome a challenge and you don't know how you did it, kind of leaves you empty. Like, well, I want to know how to do that. I want to have some assurance that I can handle this the next time I get there.
This guy's pretty good at jumping.
It's pretty good at moving with a fake arm. I do like how it looks kind of skeletal, and it does look like a prosthetic rather than a real arm.
Yeah.
The way it hangs on the body.
I mean, really, this is some really nice, like, scenery. The graphics are pretty
Yeah,
sweet.
it is very pretty scenery, very beautiful. Looks great.
Oh. I guess I need to try to gain some experience so we can health
Is
up.
this
Look at this chicken.
the chicken version of the Black Knight?
It's the chicken version of the dog.
The dogs. That is a strange choice. I was not expecting a giant chicken, giant rooster.
Yeah. That's how they make that Kung Pao chicken. Once you chop head clean off, you get Kung Pao chicken. Shuriken wheel.
Shuriken wheel.
Shuriken? Is it Shuriken?
Shuriken? I don't know. I don't know.
Tool,
Mechanical
it's font
genius
size.
Dogen.
Where is you? Magic thing.
See, it's got that ambiguous lore in there, kind of like Dark Souls does.
Yeah, but it is so tutorial. It's like, here's this, here's that.
Here's hug
You need to
wall.
push this button. Here's a wall. You need to hold on.
Do you
to
get to leave a message that says, you know, illusory wall here, or
try arm?
try arm? Yeah, that's an escalation from the try finger, isn't it? Try arm.
They're here. Wolf dog.
But they don't have bird's head. They don't have the giant black rooster head.
That's later in the game.
That's later in the game.
You have chickens with dog heads and dogs with chicken heads.
You know, the whole cosmic horror motif is an interesting thing.
I like the visceral. Yeah. So far, my unprofessional opinion is Activision got in a meeting with From Software. Was like, hey,
Possibly.
we want to use your
Yeah.
IP.
That's. I mean, I'll buy it. A fistful of ash, settle like a fishful of dollars for a few dollars more. And if anybody knows my hand up here, I am streaming the share play from someone else's PlayStation, which Tyler come up with the ultimate plan for when he's away from home that he may want to share with how we can do this.
Yes, I'm gonna have the wife turn the game on so y'all can share play and play it while I'm at work, and I can essentially watch y'all.
So Tyler will watch through YouTube someone else play his PlayStation via SharePlay over the internet, where his wife at home is turned on the PlayStation, turned on SharePlay. So Tyler is watching his own PlayStation as it is played remotely through someone else using the proxy of YouTube. Oh, we had a black box pop up. I don't know what sort of notification you got.
I got a trophy.
Oh, you got a trophy. Very nice.
I don't know how to get this money. It's just hovering. Maybe I'll just flick this arm at him.
Yeah, the arm clicking is pretty interesting to look at.
You know
Now,
what
does
else
he-
this kind of reminds me of is BioShock Infinite with like the skyhook.
I've never done that.
Yeah, it's the same dot pretty much.
Is it? I wonder what connection they have to the hook shot from the Legend of Zelda series, which is probably one of the first versions of that. What is the button to use that sky hook or arm
It
or
is
whatever?
L2.
L2. That's kind of what I figured when you said L2 wasn't used earlier. Does he? How much of the arm get shot off to go grab onto something?
I think it's just in between those like fake bones. If I can get a good view on it. That right there.
So, like
Kinda
from the
see.
wrist forwards.
It looks like there's like a spool of wire. I mean, a rope, like where one of your
Kind of-
bones would be.
Yeah, that's an answer that I need in
What's
life. How this arm works. So he's dead. How did he die?
I don't know if he is dead.
Oh, well, how did he get
I
his
don't
arm
think he's-
chopped off?
Oh, I went up in some random boss battle, got arm ripped clean off. It got the chopping.
What was it? Chopped or ripped?
Chopped.
Chopped. Ooh.
It was samurai sword in this one. Nice, where'd it
Samurai
go?
No chainsaw.
No chainsaw massacre today.
So who is he like the servant of?
I haven't figured that out yet. Your eye appointment on Wednesday.
All right, so it didn't look like it. It looks like it's more the hand that shoots out rather than anything beyond that.
I guess we're gonna go this way. Although I think I've already been this way.
Would you like your arm replaced with this if it could shoot like that?
You know, I don't think so. I think I'd rather have like either a chainsaw put in place. That's pretty baller. Maybe if you could just replace it with a gun.
I think it would be... I mean, it would like rip your arm off if you actually were holding onto a hook shot or something, but... You know, if the arm is the hook shot, maybe you could sustain that a little better, but it would like still rip your shoulder out.
Oh, it is. I think it is the hand that like ejects out. Can I like jump this way? It is very Dark Souls with that kind of a background. It's kind of like looking at an Orlando.
Yeah.
Oh no. Whole lot of R1 spamming. Let's see here.
Perilous attacks. Some enemies use unguardable perilous attacks. Are those meant to be visceral attacks?
I don't really know. I got a feeling I'm about to die. Oh, this is a boss. Almost said a boss. Smoked. Yes.
Just saying death doesn't quite have the same ring as saying you died.
You died. Yeah. Yep. Anybody's dog capsized.
My dog, I guess, is still outside. He's not in here with me. So either he's found somewhere in the house to be, or he's outside. Yes, I hear him barking in there where his food bowl is.
Is that chicken?
Which means he will be in here shortly. Uh-oh.
What does that death symbol mean? Have we figured that out yet?
I don't know. Uh-oh. Weren't there rumors that before this got officially announced and of course released that this was going to be more of an Aztec theme?
I don't know about that.
I remember that it was supposed to have like some Central American, Mayan, Aztec, South American, some theme from a culture like that.
I just remember it like being rumored to be Bloodborne 2 and then like, nope, this is what you get.
Yeah, this is not Bloodborne 2.
This is not the Bloodborne 2 we want.
But is it the Bloodborne 2 you deserve?
No, it's not even that. It's
just something else.
It's Resurrected Tomb Raider.
And Tyler's being hard on it.
I am being hard on it. I'm not. This is not. They kept saying it was Dark Souls-esque, which I guess it is, but it's not.
But it's distant. It's a distant connection. Yeah, something about the aesthetic of this does kind of look like that Tomb Raider game.
Oh, it is.
Man, and I really wanted that to be good. Like, I was willing to give a pass on so many things, but it just wasn't.
Nope.
I don't even know how many games came out in that new Tomb Raider series. One of the best video game franchises of all time. I think Lara Croft was the most valuable, like, CGI character there for a while. Like, you have actors that get a lot of cash just for being in a movie. I think she got the rights to Lara Croft were getting like big dough, whether they be used in like a Pizza Hut ad or whatever they were. I think she was the most valuable character there for a little while to be something that was like a CGI video game character. And I know a lot of people are like, well, you've got to keep it fresh and keep going new. I don't buy that logic. History repeats itself. There are things which are transcendental. If things are good based on their merits, then they're good based on their merits, and there's still room to build off that. Now, you don't have to be, lazy and just be milking the money out of stuff, but there is room for certain formulas to be used in really creative ways. And they took the Tomb Raider formula and basically threw it away for just a throwaway generic video game formula, Shoot all the men, don't, again, somehow make her be, victim, female, but at the same time, super strong. Some masculine traits in there, but I just didn't think they did a good job at all with her character development in the new game.
I don't even think I finished the game.
I
think
did.
I played like a couple hours of it and I shut it off.
There was one that was just called Tomb Raider, then there was like Rise of the Tomb Raider. Wasn't it a trilogy, or were there 4 games in that series?
I just want to push this dude off the cliff.
I don't know, but the tombs in it were optional and they weren't interesting. I mean, it didn't have the atmosphere of the old games. It didn't have the same style gameplay. And the whole bow and arrow thing I thought was just dumb. They did a bad job of reinventing that.
Got me.
And I know it probably got a lot of sales and a lot of people there, but it's boring and throwaway and not memorable.
Well, I can tell you this much. The only thing I remember is it didn't matter how many times you died. You could sit there and just shoot your way out of everything.
Yeah, there was
no penalty, nothing.
None. And even in the original Tomb Raider games, even though you could save anywhere you wanted to, man, trying to figure out those jumps, trying to navigate through a lot of, sandy, rocky passageways that all basically look the same. Can you make this jump? That was stressful stuff. I've played through some of the classic Tomb Raider games here in the last few years. I think I actually played through Tomb Raider 4. It was whenever I was reading Jules Verne, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, so that would have been Lent of last year. So, Lent of 2019, so early 2019. And even being able to save everywhere is, man, it's still stressful trying to figure that stuff out. The puzzles, the exploration, you actually felt like you were alone somewhere. Yeah, they did not recapture that at all with the new series. Shadow of the Tomb Raider was a game in that as well, which, again, it just sounds like a dumb name.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I think there were 3 games in that series. I don't know.
Oh man, what is going on? Get my butt spanked and I haven't even pulled my sword out yet.
I'm looking it up right now, y'all.
Tomb Raider or this game?
Tomb Raider. Like Tomb Raider Prophecy, which some people are hard on like Game Boy Advance is more fun than those. Yeah, Shadow of the Tomb Raider was the last one.
Did they try to correct course?
I don't know. The cultural impact was a lot higher in the 90s than it was later. Yeah, so Tomb Raider came out in 2013. In 2015, you got Rise of the Tomb Raider. And then in 2018, you got Shadow of the Tomb Raider. And it was bad. Yes, it was, doggy. My dog's in here. Come here. You want to come here? You gonna come here, buddy? I don't know if anybody can see a little bit of the dog. Oh,
I think I just don't understand the mechanics of this game.
Go. He's barely poking out. I know, I see you, buddy.
I just got smoked.
My whole face
again.
itches.
Derek ended up having to beat the other guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it took him several attempts too.
Fascinating. You know, all these frozen people sitting around praying, there's something about this whole frozen people doing something evidently religious and spiritual in nature. They're kind of frozen there in that. So I don't know if they're frozen because of a hope. Is it a perilous moment at the end of the world? But nonetheless, it's not a... It's either the end of an era. Well, it does appear to be that there's some shift in era, which does fit in with that whole Dark Souls ethos that, you know, you've got to link the first flame. You know, nobody even knows their history anymore. Everything's just kind of frozen in a remnant. You do get that here. There's an emptiness that is there.
I think my character's empty. Well, health. About to get roasted.
You know, fighting through an empty world is not as easy as you might think. You might expect that fighting through an empty world would give you great freedom to do whatever you want, but at the same time, there's not. There's not freedom in emptiness. You actually need a few things around. Ooh. So there we go.
Yeah. Come on, give me kill shot that I want. Oh, there it was. Got it.
You have been polished off. I hope you enjoyed your finishing move. There are many kinds of prosthetic tools.
You know, this right here looks like it would go down and smash that dude.
There are no fog walls. There's not a fog wall for you to walk through.
No. Maybe these aren't really bosses, they're just harder enemies.
They're enemies with a name.
They got a name tag.
They do have a name tag. You just got the life and death symbol flashed on you. Cannot operate PS4 with voice now. Thank you for that notification, PlayStation. I think Sony thinks people care about stuff they don't care about, and Sony is not aware of the things that people do care about. And the PS Vita is a great example of that. They totally ruined and wasted the potential of the PS Vita.
Yeah, they could have
And the biggest flaw
capitalized on that.
Yeah, they could have capitalized on it. They could have quit doing the speed test before doing the share play. Just let it share play. And quit prioritizing connecting to your PlayStation's local Wi-Fi to the internet, because it works so much better that way. They totally botched that up, and it's very obvious that it's software.
Does the speed test even matter?
Well,
just try to connect it. Just
yeah,
connect it. Let me try to play.
There's no predictability whether the speed test will work or not. Just let it try. If it loses connection, then it loses connection. That speed test is the worst. I'm sure there's going to be somebody who says, well, it's got to have high speed. The speed test is a sham. It is a scam. It is not honest. It does not work well. It is just something to make that not be as good as it could have possibly been. My hole.
I really thought I was doing a lot more damage, but I just looked at his health bar compared to mine. I still think I'm losing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I just lost.
Ooh, finished. The finishing move.
A lot of death.
Yeah, the finishing move.
Yeah, he's a lot better than me. He is programmed to be better than me.
He is an NPC, and therefore is programmed well. You know, NPCs are programmed well. That's something that's very true. It's hard to defeat an NPC in real life. There's a little bit of worldview for you.
Yeah.
Do you know what those dots mean that are on top of him?
Yes, that's how many lives he has.
So do you have to kill him that many times?
Yeah, I gotta kill him twice. That didn't turn out so well.
That's almost kind of lazy, just killing twice.
Oh, crap, I'm having a hard time just doing it once. Because I'm already, like, done.
The finishing move. What are you doing, bud? Oh, you're gonna make that scoff sound at me now. You're not happy with the situation.
I don't remember there being this many different variations of attacks in Dark Souls. To me, that's an Activision thing.
Could be, yeah. Well, you attacked that successfully.
I didn't know what that was.
And
or even there.
some sort of lantern or something. Torch, something like that. But I can't say much. I saw how bad I was in Resident Evil 4. Oh.
Lay down.
Chopped out in your prime. Oh, you revived. That was interesting. Can you whip him off that edge?
Yeah, I think he just whipped me. Oh. I have no more health up. The health up is over with.
Oh, I think you got him now.
I got him once, now I gotta get him again.
Oh, you mean that's every time?
Yeah.
So why doesn't he just have a longer health bar or a slower moving health bar?
Because video game.
Yeah, so that don't make any sense, does it, bud? My dog has capsized finally. He says it is time to be upside down. Unseen aid. Now what is that?
No idea what that means.
Can you like summon a phantom in this game?
I don't think you get to summon anybody.
Now his bar up there is filled up. Does that mean he gets to pull a finishing move on you?
No, it means I get finishing move. So that went pretty well. So I'm just over here mashing buttons.
Yeah, that did go really well. Now, what is the bar? Is that the bar on the bottom that has a finishing move on you?
That's, yes.
Okay.
I think so.
I read those backwards then.
Oh, I thought I died.
Yeah.
chopped leg clean off. Don't let this end. I was doing so well.
Oh man, doing well
Chop
only to
spine
be.
clean out.
Yes, ends clean life. How very unfortunate. How very unfortunate indeed. Oh yeah. I guess you don't get the unseen help now. I guess it was unseen. I didn't ever see it help, did you?
No, I've never seen anything help me. Oh, there's a dog. It's a dog head.
Though it, well, I guess it did go better. So you know, we'll.
It might have just been me mashing buttons better.
Could have been you mashing your buttons better. So I'm just gonna withhold judgment completely on this, if that's okay. And I mean, judgment in the form of krino, as in discernment, rather than the Greek kriso, or the Greek crisis, meaning
Oh my gosh.
condemnation. Oh,
Where is this boss at? There he is. I'm gonna go ahead and health up. It's not gonna matter. He's about to do some baddie moves on me.
I can't stop yawning. I'm so tired.
Dude, give me that finishing move.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Finished. Uh-oh, no.
Oh, I jumped off his chest. I need to do that, like, again. I need some more health. Give me some Istus, man. Give me some of that Istus. Would it be... What would they... Oh, come on. Wait, I get to resurrect. Sweet. Oh, he just one-shot me. Oh, nope. Well, pretty much.
Oh no, it's not looking good.
It's over.
It's over.
It's over before it started.
Yes, that is such a shame. Isn't that Count? Dragon Rot. The one with the
Dragon
power
rot.
of the dragon's heritage dies. The more a sickness known as the Dragon Rot spreads through the world. Okay, that's interesting. Dragon, that would be a great... I know I talk about the spirit of the age, the idolatrous god of the age, lowercase g. But Dragon Rot would be a cool name for that. Though it doesn't deserve a cool name. It needs to be something like Possum Rot.
Possum rot?
Skunk Rot. Skunks are cuter than the possums, even though skunks stink way worse. And when they're bad, they're bad.
Oh, dude, I do not like skunks.
But skunks like your dogs.
Skunks love my dogs.
Skunks love your dogs. Count has never been sprayed by a skunk to my knowledge.
Never say never.
Never say never, that's true.
So I've been noticing this circle in the bottom left-hand corner. It's been constantly filling up every time I die.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what all the mechanics are doing exactly in this, and now it's blacked out.
Well, it don't matter, I just got blacked out.
Say goodbye.
I might have to do a little more research on this game and try to understand it, because I just don't understand it right now.
Yeah. Sometimes relentless attack is not enough to break
I gotta
an
say with
enemy's
Dark Souls,
posture.
at least with like Dark Souls, it's kind of optional if you want to read some of the stuff.
Yeah, is
the
that
item
boss
descriptions and
optional?
everything.
Can you peel past him?
I probably could, but we're gonna try more time than we'll try to go around him.
And what happens if you fly up on top of something while he's down there? Does he just get mad and wait for you, or does he come up there for you?
Yeah, I think he just went from
He one-shots you from the ground?
Yep. there's one of his lives. There's one of my lives. Let's see.
There's nothing left
Yeah,
to mourn. Nerds, nerds, nerds. We have all become nerds.
Alright, let me see if we can just go past him. Let's just peel past. Ah, yes. I bet you could just peel past everything and just make it straight to the end of the game.
Yeah, you know, see, like, you didn't even get time to enjoy that building. Like in Dark
No,
Souls, you would
you
go
wouldn't.
over every square inch of that, hoping to find some terribly useless item. Like, yeah, you just peeled past this so fast.
Look at this, like, why?
Yeah, that's the problem with a mechanic like this. If it can let you go too far too fast.
Well, you're not forced. This is not true Dark Souls-esque.
Yeah. I like how he just powered through that pot.
Just
Can you
power through everything.
Can you power through your kitchen like that, like the Kool-Aid Man?
Oh yeah. Look at this Biggie.
Now
That's
that-
him. He's just a reskinned Dark Souls guy.
Yeah, now that does look like Dark Souls. In fact, he's probably the most interesting thing we've seen. He's got like a stock on his head, his hands behind his back. Did he break free of that?
Yep,
He pulled the
he's
Fast
down
and
there
Furious
going
on
rogue.
you. He just needed
yeah.
that extra bit of anger to free him.
Yeah, that's it.
I guess he's a
Gonna go
boss
steal
too.
some DVD players now.
Yes. He's the chained ogre. I guess he's a boss.
I bet there's like a key or something I gotta go back and pick up though.
Now this music sounds like the music
Well,
from the
let me
Witch
just
of
jump to my
Himwick.
desk. Himwick Charnel Lane.
I can't. There's a boss that this sounds like.
Yeah. So he's not even a boss. He's just a baddie with a bigger health bar.
Maybe this is the Lady Maria? Lady Frida? Sister Frida? What? I can't lay a finger on it. This sounds like some Dark Souls music.
Yes. I guess resurrect. Sure. Kind of cloudy up there. There's a fog wall. Yeah. It's up there.
Uh-oh. That looked like a
Yeah.
spanking there.
It was a spanking. I think I'm gonna have to do some more investing on this game. I'm not really having fun right now.
Yeah.
I hate to say that.
Well, I mean, it's fun to watch.
Do you want to give it a try?
I mean, why not?
I'm gonna hand this over to you then.
Let's do it. Go to party screen. Now we're gonna take over the control.
Alright, that's all you.
Yeah, it's very, very quick, fluid.
Hey guys, next weekend we are gonna have a, not next weekend, I'm sorry, the 21st, I think we're gonna try to do like a Father's Day get together if anybody's interested. Do you want to do that on Saturday instead? That way it's not actually on Father's Day and everybody be at Father's Day. Anyway, we're talking about doing something that weekend for Father's Day, so if y'all want to come hang out, you're more than welcome.
Cool, cool.
Maybe we get some pool action.
The pool. Yeah, I'm just powering through all this stuff.
Yeah, I feel like there's something we're missing though.
I did come and take care of a chicken for you, you know.
Yeah, gotta get that chicken nuggets made up. What's better, nuggets, tenders,
Tenders
boneless
of those
wings?
two. Boneless wings is better. Your list gets better every time.
If you jump over there and hit square, he should try to grab that wall.
Yeah.
Alright, y'all go get in bed. Be in there just a second. Okay. Sculptors are found. You can sculpt your hairdo. Hit that out. So it's like I wanna be Indiana Jones, but I'm Asian.
Well, we just died.
Died twice.
We did that twice.
That's the same sound too, Dark Souls. The chained ogre rips Dylan in half. Dude, that would... Yeah, that you deserve to die.
That would be a one-hit finisher.
Yeah. You better hope that you passed out on the way down from all the blood rush. Smoked ya.
Smoked. Do
If
we
you
need to
got
get a
him.
different
Smoke 'em.
prosthetic out for him?
You might want to. I don't think I got any more, but you know.
I mean, I just don't know.
You need to get out the handcuff keys so you can unchain him.
The handcuff
Maybe that make him.
keys.
Maybe he wouldn't be so angry.
Are there people here we can talk to? Oh, they're
I
just
haven't
mad.
seen any. They're just mad. Now, why didn't he start off with that? Like, he apparently doesn't mind being chained up. But when you come through, he's like, oh yeah, that guy right there,
It's time.
I want that arm.
It's time to be off the chain.
On the chain.
And my whole face is itching. It does make me think of the Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, the way it's got these trees and stuff you attach to. The grappling hook. You can't pull Dishonored and do like Corvo and come down and finish him.
Never played Dishonored.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've been over this before. Yeah, Dishonored's really good. I actually really like Dishonored too. As well. They're quite different. One of them has better gameplay and the other one has a better story. But they're both fairly similar.
Dude, he just pulled a wrestling move on you.
He said,
Gave you the people's elbow.
I mean, that's a wrestling move too, is it not?
Yeah, it is. Alright, let me tell these kids good night. Hold on.
Alrighty. We want to be resurrected so we can have our head smashed again. Well, well, well. The fun, the fun, the fun. Let's do a little bit of learning here. Unseen aid, 15%. Don't know what that means. Prayer bead. Memory. I don't know really what any of this means. We're going to be a little bit rude and go check out this dilapidated
Alrighty.
temple. So Tyler, how do you level up in this, or do you not?
Man, I haven't figured it out yet. Now, I almost might have to just like go back and start over.
You truly, the power of the dragon's blood. I never thought I'd see it with one.
Who are you?
My name is Emma. I am a doctor serving a certain master.
What?
Forgive me, but however, my master to
Is
assist
she?
you. I'm not telling you, however. The gourd of medicinal water that was originally a creation. I am a doctor.
You made this.
Yes, but it seems he entrusts. I'm sure you made the medicinal waters in this gourd, even after being empty.
Yes.
Bring me gourds.
Gourd seed.
Yes, medicinal. Adding new seeds. So if you find any.
Kind of weird the character talking.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to make a request.
What is it?
Please,
What?
this white mark,
No.
or perhaps.
Are you done?
Yes, I'm sorry. So, or perhaps.
Alright, so she's not when you talk to level up.
Tori just talked herself into having more banana pudding. She's over there like,
I wonder
I
what
wish
I could
more people
talk
would've ate this
myself
yesterday.
into right now.
I found one.
she's like, I wish more people would have ate this yesterday.
Your prosthetic
I better eat this before it goes bad, because it's gonna go bad.
to your arm. You will be thick shield. Getting more devices means more. If there's someone that needs killing, that's all there is. The more I see the bloodshed, the more demonic my sculptures will become. Give it here.
Alright, so we
Where-
get...
oh, so I did get it. Oh, so I should have put that on there. Oh, share play stops in 5 minutes.
Alright, so the loaded shuriken.
Do it.
Okay, well, let's see how we use that. Open equip mule. Alright, okay.
Is it? I wonder if it's unlimited use. It'd have to be unlimited use.
Maybe, let's find out. Okay.
So it is a limited quantity. Is that what I understand from that?
Yes. But I'm not sure how to use it. I think it said you use L2 to use it.
It said something about triangle, I thought.
Well, triangle is supposed to swap them.
Okay.
Oh no, it's
Psychoprosthetic
R2.
tool.
R2 uses it. Okay. Well, we will transfer back to where we were before.
Three minutes.
3 minutes. We'll be right at an hour too. Okay, you can purchase spirit emblems. Well, what does it mean to rest? So just renew everything?
I think so.
Alright, well, do you want to go try this prosthetic tool on this dude?
Yeah, you might as well.
See if he would like to be smoked. I don't know how, but the dog has been turned around. He's capsized. He was long ways next to the couch, and now he's long ways, but 180 degrees different.
So I put down a towel for Eleanor to lay on. She was in her little dog pool today and she got kind of wet. And so I laid it down for her to lay on, and Loki looked at me kind of mad, man, like he wanted to get on that towel. So I had to go get a blanket for him to lay on. Yeah, I had to. He was looking at me all evil. You don't want a dog plotting your demise.
You don't want a dog plotting against you?
So if you hit R1, you come back to life.
Yeah. I have.
Smoked.
Well, you want to know how much help that prosthetic tool has given me?
None.
Very little.
I think it just made the guy more angry.
It did make him more angry. Crawling gecko. Was that bar up there before in the upper left-hand corner?
Bar. I don't see one.
Let me kill this dog. See how it come up there?
Oh, yeah. That's your souls.
So we need to be getting them and then using them for something.
Yeah. Need to be grinding some levels, apparently. I don't know how to get that right there.
Yeah, I don't either.
What's up in that house?
The share play has stopped.
Share play.
Well, we'll end the live
Yes.
stream there. I don't know that we made any progress there, but we're going to wrap that up. So, thank you all
Alright.
for watching. We're going to wrap that up. God love you and have a blessed day.